Hello and welcome back, everybody. My name is Cade. I will be your dungeon master for this evening, and I'm joined by my 6 intrepid players. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
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 A few quick housekeeping things before we kick into today's session. First things first, big shout out to Morvold Press on patreon.com, who have provided the maps and the artwork for this day's session. Go and check them out, guys. Their most recent addition, the Gold Dragon Sanctuary, is now available. Big ups, check them out. In addition to that, big shout out to Critical Role. Check the link in the bio for the Welcome to Tal Dore and Welcome to Wildmount soundtracks. Big thank you for them for allowing us to use their music on this stream. And without further ado, let us kick into today's session. Last we left off, we found 6 intrepid souls, bound by the threads of fate, and making their way to the sleepy town of Greenest. Greenest, which up until this point was a very sleepy village in the middle of nowhere, a village which is the crossroads, the place you go on the way to somewhere important. Within the town, we met with Rael, a town guard who was having some issues with the way things were run. We met with Kyburn, a mysterious monk looking to redeem himself for past sins. In addition to the trio of Quill, Vilka, and Kyra traveling into town on a wagon by the name of Periwinkle's Peculiar Perchances. As well as Serena, a member of the noble Ashgard family, traveling into town with her brother as a pit stop on their way to hunt a dragon to place upon their family's wool. Our intrepid heroes met in the sleeping dragon's wake. A most classic beginning to any adventurer. They met in a tavern. Inside of the tavern, intrigue began to grow around the mystery surrounding a symbol which had been cropping up around the Sword Coast and, more specifically, Greenest in general. A symbol which Rael had spent the past 2 weeks investigating and Kyburn had spent time hot on the trail of. The group deciding to investigate the upstairs of the Sleeping Dragon's wake in search, for some, of a friend, for others, a target. Upstairs, they found the wrecked and destroyed room of a mysterious figure by the name of Leon, inside of which they saw signs of struggle, blood and singe marks, but no person within Greenest seems to know anything about a struggle or heard or seen anything. Buried underneath the floorboards, they found a simple metal footlocker, inside of which was a note, the pin symbolizing a member of the Harpers, as well as a simple porcelain statuette broken off of a larger piece of the head of a red dragon. In the room next door, Vilka and Kyburn met with Zeldan, a mysterious figure, seemingly an old colleague of Kyburn's at one time, whom shared some rather ominous prophecies as to the future of Greenest and the party in general, before hastily dying. The group then, armed with new information, headed downstairs into the general mass of Sleeping Dragon's wake, seeking to warn Greenest and all the people inside of it of an oncoming attack of some nature. It was at that point, however, that the group felt as the rafters of the Sleeping Dragon's wake begin to cave in underneath them. Next thing they know, they were all but buried underneath the weight of a collapsing ceiling, the heat surrounding them and burning at their skin. They were all pulled out of the rubble by Quill and Julius, before staring up at the gigantic cerulean blue scales and toothy maw of Lenithon, the cerulean storm, an adult blue dragon who had come to raise the village of Greenest in place. All around them, fire and chaos as raiders began to spill into the town, slaughtering townspeople on sight. The group stared up at the mighty beast, and one stepped forward Kyburn, facing the dragon as an old friend or perhaps adversary, looked him in the eyes and warned the group to look to the skies before he was swallowed whole by the cerulean storm. Delivering one final blow in the throes of his death, he enraged Lenithon, who then turned his attention to Serena, who was knocked to the ground before the claw could strike her, as her brother Julius took the blow and was whisked away by Lenithon on the edge of death. The group now stare around them, which is where we find ourselves now. As you all look around, the sky over Greenest is now bruised black with smoke. All around you, the horizon flickers with a hellish orange light. This once quiet town nestled in the green valley is ablaze. Flames claw at the rooftop and the ash falls like snow on the chaos below. Behind you all, the sleeping dragon's wake, once a haven of warmth and music, is a skeleton of fire and charred wood. The roof caved in, sending embers spiraling into the night. You can hear screams rising over the crackle of fire as raiders pour in to the village. You can see these cultists dressed in dark black robes with jagged masks, swinging cruel blades, all of which are flanked by these strange beast-like mercenaries, painted faces and blood-soaked hands. As you stare up, you can see Greenest Keep above the hill. And around it, the sky once again splits with a staggering roar. Lenithon circles lazily, trailing crackling arcs of lightning from his wings, his eyes burning with detached cruelty as a blast of blue lightning is shot forward towards the walls of Greenest Keep. You can see standing above them on the ramparts, currently manning these enormous ballistas, all pointed towards Lenithon, attempted to hit a strike on him. The town guard have assembled on the parapets. However, you have little time to focus on what is going on above the hill. As before you, you now see the somber scene unfolding. Cultists and kobolds swarm all directions. Just ahead, you can see the ruins of the town fountain. The fish which once kicked up the water now lazily caved in. You can see the water spilling out onto the cobblestones below, immediately sizzling under the heat of the flames which have now charred every inch of Greenest. You can hear the cackles and the cries of the raiders and the screams of townfolk as they fall to their mighty blades. Immediately ahead of you, you see a pack of kobolds swarming in from the easternmost side of Greenest. Surrounding the fountain, a group of villagers catch your attention. You can see an adult man with dirty blonde hair, heavily wounded. You can see he's holding one arm and nursing it in place, blood pouring and dripping onto the cobblestones below. In his left hand, you can see he carries what looks to be a 4-year-old girl who is crying, face buried into his neck. Flanking him, behind him, he shields what appears to be 2 children both below the ages of 10. In front of them, you see a woman, seemingly a hunter of some description. You can see she's wearing a long, tattered brown trench coat. You can see in one hand she wields a broken spear, in the other a simple pot lid of some kind, which she has made into a makeshift shield. She's battling back what appears to be a group of 6 cackling kobolds. You can hear their cries. Those of you who do not understand Draconic can hear that. Serena and Quill, you can hear, I want the woman's teeth for a necklace, and I'll be wearing her hands until
Oh no.
At which point, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, straight in. Let's go.
Yes.
So,
I only have
as
one-
you guys see
one
this
spot
pack of
left.
kobolds viciously begin to swarm this human woman who is attempting with all of her might to fight them off, you can see she's already partially wounded. She has deep claw marks raked into her neck and what looks like a simple stab wound sort of towards the lower stomach. You can see that the human man is attempting to shield the children from what appears to be two kobolds coming around the side, dodging the woman completely. Rail, that's you.
All right. Rail is going to immediately run and position himself, even if I'm taking attacks of opportunity from, I think it'll be this one here. Actually, no, I can go there
Correct.
and I'll be fine.
So,
yeah, I can go there and I'll be
taking-
fine. So I'm just going to position myself right in the center of them, just to try and draw focus away from the children and the others, and the one to my left here I'm going to make an attack on. So pulling out.
Incredible. As you draw your sword and run into the fray, Rail, you can see that the human man looks towards you. Please, you have to help us, please. You can see the kobolds immediately turn their attention towards you. That's your turn, Rail. Go ahead.
Okay, brilliant. So it's cocked. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Amazing. That is really good, actually. That is 13 points of slashing damage.
Incredible. As you slam into the first kobold, immediately the sword carves through and you feel yourself push through the sort of like vertebrae connecting the base of the skull to the spinal column. The head slops to the side and the kobold falls backwards dead. At which point the others sort of look over towards you. You can see a ferocity growing in their eyes. Anything else from you, Rail?
Rail is just going to stand there and get ready to take it whatever, and he's just going to turn around to the party and just go, focused on defending the people. We'll get out of here.
Incredible. At which point, another one of the kobolds is going to rush into you. You see the other one begins to sort of dance around the side of your back, both of which draw these cruel, sort of jagged short blades. One's going to run for the fray with you. A second one is going to join the fray with you. So it's going to move forward. They're going to take 2 attacks on the human woman. First one is a 17 hits. Second one is a 19 hits.
Sheesh.
You watch as both of them slice their blades into the woman. She attempts to parry the first one to the side, misses, and it jams into her ribs. She screeches with pain. The other one at that point takes the wicked sword and immediately carves the right hand from the woman. You can see as the hand falls to the ground, she grabs it instinctively. Now fully disarmed, the woman looks down, blood gushing from the stump of the right hand. Looks like she's on death's door at this point. Incredible. At which point, the other 4 kobolds are all going to take attacks on you, Rail.
It's been a great game, guys.
They all have pack tactics, so they're going to roll all of these with advantage.
Yep.
Okay, that's a natural 20.
I think that hits.
That's a 18.
Hits.
That's only a 7.
Miss.
That is a 10.
Miss.
Hey.
Incredible. So a natural 20. So 2 hit, 1 hit and a crit.
Fuck me out. GG.
First hit is
Hello,
3
buddy.
points of piercing damage as one of the kobolds immediately jams a spear up into your ribs.
Okay.
The second one, seeing the moment of hesitation as you stagger backwards, takes the short sword and immediately jumps up and stabs you and attempts to catch straight into the collarbone. You feel as it pierces into the flesh and is stopped by the bone in place. You take 9 points of piercing damage. Sorry,
Okay.
8 points of piercing damage.
I was about to say, either way, I'm still standing.
Incredible. At which point, as you stagger backwards, you swing the sword out wildly and 2 of the kobolds jump back, unable to land attacks on you. At which point, Vilka, that is you.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into the fray as well.
Incredible.
You just look as Rail
And-
gives you a nod, even though he's like trying not to die.
Okay, so Vilka's gonna take out his 2 weapon as his dual wielding, and he's gonna try to attack the to the north of Rail.
Incredible. Go ahead and roll your attack for me.
Oh, hold on. I rolled the damage instead of it. I have the mic in front of me, so I'm like, crap. Okay, that's 11.
11 misses. So as you sort of run into the fray, at which point both of the kobolds look towards you after having just missed Rail on the attack. They step backwards in place, sort of manage to parry the sword in the first attack. Anything else from you, Vilka?
I will bonus action and try to attack again.
Incredible. Go ahead.
That's a 7.
Incredible. As you sort of pull the second sword out, you go to sort of like take it from your belt, at which point you feel the blazing heat as the metal is hyperheated under the weight of the fire crushing underneath you. You take your hand back. Anything else from you, Vilka?
That's the end of my turn.
Kyra, that's you.
Oh boy. Okay, so she's gonna move back just a little bit. So I have to measure right there. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Magic Missile and hit these 3.
Incredible. Go ahead.
Okay, so so this is the first one.
Yep.
5
5 points. Incredible.
on this one.
Yep.
And then second one, 2
Incredible.
on,
And third
on
one?
this one. And the third one, which is kind of going in an orange here,
Yep.
2.
Incredible. And Kyra, what does your magic missile look like?
Oh. Ooh, okay. So ignore the third one. I just had to cast it. I'm out of spell slots. But anyway, what it looks like is she flings her hand, and this red energy sparks for a minute, and then just goes off in 3 different directions.
As it does, you watch as it fires wildly around you, Rail. For a second, you think it's the sort of like fire spitting up from the ruins of a sleeping dragon wake behind you, but then you see it's more controlled. It lands on 3 of the kobolds. The one to your immediate left looks extremely fucked up as it strikes into him. You watch it chars the left side of his face, wheels back with pain, giving you an advantage for a brief second. The other 2 take it in terms of sort of like begin to pat down the clothing that they're wearing. Anything else from you, Kyra?
Let me see. What do I have? I don't think I can do anything, but just in case. No, I can't do anything else.
Incredible. Quill, that's you.
You did good.
I was going to step out from the fire and kind of pat out the flame that's built up in his cloak in the back. He's going to move over here and going to target one of the kobolds attacking Linen Swift. This one
Incredible.
at the bottom. Just with an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Roll this.
Is that the woman, by the way?
Yes.
Lynn, okay. Who's soon dead, apparently.
So it's 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits. And how much
Damn.
damage?
And that it's 9 force damage and 2 bludgeoning damage from Genie's Wrath. So 11
Incredible. And Quill, how does that Eldritch Blast look from you?
Yeah, so he extends his palm and you see kind of faint magical shimmer of symbolizing the Eye of Horus kind of appear in front, and it kind of launches out in a streak as like a chain made of stone that crashes straight into the kobold.
Incredible. And as it boom, makes impact, you watch as the kobold is blasted backwards, and you see it gets back to its feet, looks down and sees its chest cavity completely concave, falls forward dead. Anything else from you, Quill?
That ends my turn.
Incredible. Serena, that's you.
Am I standing in a fire?
You are just shy of the fire. If you go back 1 square, you will be in the fire, but you're just shy of it right now.
You know, I'll not go into the fire, you know.
Incredible.
Yeah. I will instead, I'll go, wait, I'll move. I can do that. Oh. Ah, I figured it out. Is this right? Okay, I'll just go
Yes.
like there. I'll not be in Quill's way, I guess.
Yeah.
And I am 30 feet within Rail and Vilka, right?
You are correct.
Okay, good. Math. So can I cast Emboldened Bond on those 2 numbers?
You most certainly can cast Emboldening Bond. So go ahead and tell me, what does your Emboldening Bond look like as Serena casts it?
So I do the little thing with the earring. I grab it and it sends out like sort of like a ring of like platinum energy, and it just like it looks a little bit like a bath bomb in the bath.
Incredible.
But it just sticks on those 2. It just like floofs past everyone else, but the glow sticks on them, so they're emboldened. Do you need to know what it means? Like,
No, I've got it
assume
already.
You,
So
you know everything.
I
but
do.
players-
So, as you guys are impacted with this glowing sphere of light, you immediately feel almost like an egg cracking on the back of your head, Rail and Vilka. As you do, you immediately feel yourself empowered. So, for the next... until you move within 30 feet away from Serena, you can roll a
But also
d4
from
and
each
add the
other,
number.
right?
Yeah, and also from each other. You can roll a d4 and add the number roll to an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw it makes. Once per turn. Yes.
Actually,
Incredible.
if I can move a bit more, I'm just gonna go closer to, and I'm gonna shout at that kobold in front of me, "Attack me!" And I'm gonna try and see if I can get it to like hit
Roll
me.
a persuasion check.
Oh no, this is not gonna be good. Oh wait, no, not perception. I cannot read. Okay, here we go. 3.
3.
You see
My
it turns.
performance vocally
You see
was
it.
about
You
as
see
bad
it
as
briefly
possible.
looks. You see it briefly looks over to you, and it shouts at one of its friends. You guys all hear "Skoyanayanakindoyanor." Serena, you hear, "The orc is weak. Leave her till last."
Okay,
Anything else from you, Serena?
no. Unless I can just be like, Bahamut, please give me extra spell slots. As a
Incredible.
bonus action.
You could certainly try. At which point
If I
you
roll
watch
a
as
natural 20, do I get an extra spell slot?
no. At
I'm
which
gonna
point,
get
Lynette,
that.
you see Lynette sort of takes the spear, breathing heavily with her left hand now. You see she looks down at the stump, sort of like smacks it against her side. It tries to stab forward towards the kobold immediately adjacent to her. That's actually a 14 to hit, which just hits. And she's going to go ahead and roll damage. Oh, babes, I'm so sorry. It's still not enough. And you watch as she stabs into the kobold wickedly, almost trips up over herself, but manages to pull herself back up to the feet. The spear digs into the ribs of the kobold in front of her. Looks heavily wounded, but still alive. You see Linen sort of coughs on the smoke for a second. Looks over towards you, Rail. Just protect the children. Protect them. Leave me behind. And that's going to end her turn. Top of the round. Rail, that's you.
Alright, first thing is I'm going to do a bonus action. You see just Rail using his one hand with his greatsword. With his left, he then smashes himself on the chest, and he's going to pop his second wind for the turn.
Incredible.
And that is... nice, that's 9 HP.
Amazing.
Hooray!
So let's just add that on before I, die. And that's 9. Heal that bad boy up. And then seeing the reaction from Linan, I am going to go for the fella just here, the one closest to her. I'm going to make an attack, and I'm also going to use the empowerment that I got from Serena for the attack roll as well.
Incredible. Go for it.
Okay, 10 plus 7. 17 again.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Amazing. I can re-roll those. That's a lot better. 6, 7, 8. That's 13 damage.
13 damage. And can you just point to which kobold it is?
This one right here.
Incredible. 13 points of damage is gonna do it. And as you do, you swing the sword down and crack it into the skull. You guys all hear the sickening crunch of their head as it caves in underneath the weight of the sword.
And I turn to Linan and I go, protect them yourself!
Incredible. Anything else from you, Rail?
That's everything from Rail.
Incredible. The kobold immediately adjacent to Linen is going to go ahead and take its attack. There's a big roll. If it hits, it will kill her. 17 plus 2. That's a 19 to hit. Linen has 3 hit points left. So you guys all watch as the kobold takes the short sword in place. It swings it wildly, slices Linen's neck, and you see it falls down dead. You see Cuff screams out, "No!" At which point, the 3 immediately surrounding you, Rail. Let's go ahead and see. First one is gonna take its attack on you, Vilka. Second one's gonna take its attack on you, Vilka. And the third one can only hit you, Rail. The attack on you, Rail, is a 7 to hit.
No.
First attack on you, oh my god, is a... Oh, they have pack tactics. Sorry, Rail. Still a 6 to hit, not
Still
gonna
no.
hit. On you, Vilka, that's a slightly better 17 to hit.
Nope.
No.
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 Okay, second kobold. That's a 14 to hit. They all miss, empowered by the death of Linen that you've just witnessed in front of you. The careless slaughter of innocent lives. Rail, you swing the sword wide and parry the kobold's strike back. Takes a step back and looks up at you with wide eyes. Vilka, you sort of kick one to the side and parry the other blade away, at which point the kobolds all look towards the situation that they're currently in. They look skittish. Incredible. Next up in initiative order, Vilka, that's you.
Okay. I will attack the same guy to the north of Rail.
Incredible. Go ahead and roll your attack.
And I will also use the... Okay, well, that's a 20.
Yeah.
That's a 23, so...
Call it Serena's
Yeah, that's gonna
inspiration.
Nice.
You can add it to the damage roll, don't forget, as well.
Yeah,
wait, what?
I'll add it to the damage roll.
Yeah. I thought you might.
I've attacked with my short sword first, so never mind. And let me roll an extra dice. Come on, little thing. Okay, you go up. That's a 5.
Incredible. 5 will do it, and you slice the kobold's head from its shoulders as it falls down dead. Anything else from you, Vilkar?
Yeah, I will bonus action attack the other one.
Go for it.
22.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Yes.
And the next slashing damage plus 3, so 11.
And again, the sword whips around and immediately slices through the chest of the second kobold. It screams and is silenced under the weight of the greatsword. Anything else from you, Vilkar?
Yeah, I will move towards Serena. And that's the end of my turn.
Incredible. Next up in initiative order, Kyra, that's you.
I'm gonna use Firebolt. Plus
Incredible,
6
go
to
for
hit.
it.
I just had to roll a nat 1, didn't I?
Oh.
And as you start to charge up the magic in place, the embers begin to sort of like grow inside of your hand, at which point the fire behind you on the Sleeping Dragon's Way kicks out and you have to move forward in order to get away from it. Anything else from you, Kyra?
I think that's all I can do for now. Except
Quill,
move.
that's you.
Quill's going to recognise that Rail's potentially the one most in trouble, and he's going to send in our Eldritch Blast straight at the kobold, threatening him.
Incredible. Go ahead and roll.
not coming through for some reason. Oh, there we go. 13 to hit.
13 just misses. As you fire it forward, you watch as Rail turns the sword towards the other kobold. It ducks down, and the Eldritch Blast swings past and impacts into the remains of the fountain behind. Anything else?
Quill's just going to kind of curse himself, and he just kind of curse himself, and that would end my turn as well.
Incredible. Serena, that's you.
Okay, so, Linen? No, the cloth lady.
Yes.
Is she? I mean, you removed her from the board, but can I still spare the dying her, or is she like dead?
Would you like to take a few? Would you like to take a bit of your turn to figure it out?
Can I do that with, I mean, if it's an action, then that's kind of. Is it a bonus action?
I'll say this. If you want to move over to where the body is, which is the other side of the kobold right here, you could certainly take your time to do it, but you're going to give the kobold advantage on its next attack against you.
That's okay.
Okay, cool.
Where
Go
am I
ahead and roll
going?
me. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Oh, why am I rolling so bad? It's an 8. But
As
can I
you
still...
roll her, I'll say this. As you roll her onto the front, you go to check the wounds. At which point, as you attempt to begin resuscitation with the spare to dying, you notice that the artery has been severed in the neck. The blood has spilled onto the floor. She's gone.
Okay, so whether I put it on her or not, that
Wouldn't
like
matter.
whatever. But was that an action?
No, you still have your action. I'll say that was your bonus action.
All right. And I just I have a word of radiance.
Yes.
It's like it's like a little. It's just a little whatever kind of thing, but I'm within 5 feet of that cunt.
Yes,
next
you
to me,
are.
right? So, I'm not
Kobold
allowed to
murder.
spare. So I'm just gonna do that then, I guess. Like I can choose whoever I want within 5 feet. So
Yeah,
I choose that
absolutely.
one.
What's your
Yes.
word of radiance?
Fuck you! No, that's too weird.
Incredible. It's gonna go
I
ahead
don't
and
know.
make
That
a
was the first thing that came to
Constitution.
my mind. It's not
Gonna
very
make a
important,
Constitution
but
saving
whatever.
throw. That's a natural 1. So go ahead and do the D6 radiant damage. 5. At which point, as you sort of like turn over this other kobold, you shout, "Fuck you!" You see it says, "I don't understand your comment!" And immediately its eyes are blown out from its sockets as the platinum light kills it in place.
Hell yeah.
I can still cast Spare the Dying on it afterwards, right? Like next round. Okay.
You can certainly try.
And then like,
next,
you still alive? Just to ease my conscience, you know.
At which
Anyways.
point, you watch as Koth and the children immediately begin to run towards the keep. So they're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, no, sorry. Koth's movement is halved. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to take the children with him. One of them is in his arms. The other 2 are standing around. Incredible. Top of the round, Rail, that's you. First things first, I need you to go ahead and roll me a d20 and tell me the result, please.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. At which point, you can now see, those of you who have got a second to sort of look around at the situation around Kyra, Quill, Vilka, and Serena, you look up to the skies, you see Lenathon is lazily now making a large lap around the town, sort of eyes fixed and watching every situation that's going on within the town. Doesn't seem to be taking any immediate action. Rail, that's you.
Cool. Seeing the now deceased body of someone that I just tried to save, I'm going to turn to this kobold and I'm going to try and crush his skull.
Go ahead and roll your attack. It's a bad move.
18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Cool. 2 1s, reroll them. Okay, that is 2, 5, 10 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Using my sword, I want to take a nice swing, chop his legs off, and I'm going to go in and I'm literally just going to crush his head with the force of my hands.
At which point, I'll say that you sort of swing the legs out from underneath him, the sword impacts and carves through like butter. You sort of kneel down, grab its head, and just start bashing it against the concrete. A few seconds pass, and before you know it, the creature is limp and lifeless in your arms. Limpless. At which point, you can see around you. Everybody go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That's bad.
16?
4.
13.
17.
Incredible. Who rolled above a 15? Sorry, who rolled above 15?
Yeah, sorry. We raised our hands like
Incredible.
good kids in class.
Serena and Vilka.
Vilka and Serena, as you scope out the situation immediately around you, raiders are pouring in from every which direction. You sort of look up towards the keep, what is seemingly the last safe haven within the town. You can see that the guards are still now turning the ballistas down at the siege of cultists and kobolds that are surrounded the keep. You can see immediately to the southwest of you, it seems as though two large groups of the raiders have set up kind of a pincer situation. So anybody attempting to flee to safety is going to get caught by this enormous group of raiders. There's one clear path towards the keep, which is through the fields, up the hill to the path to the main gates. What would you all like to do?
Right, yeah, we need to get to the keep. Follow the children and the guy, and let's guide them there.
Incredible. So, Koff is wounded at this point. He's moving at half speed. He's also carrying one of the children on him. The two children only move at 25 feet per round. Anybody scooping them up?
I'm gonna scoop them up.
Yep.
I would, but I only have a strength of 7.
So Rael, I'll say you grab one. Vilka, I'll say you grab the other. Now,
Can I boop all the kobolds I see that are dead on the ground? Just like boop them with like spare the dying where I can. It's like stop doing bad shit. Like and then like
absolutely.
Just like become a better person, please. And
every single time you do it, I'm enjoying it, and I'm just poking him with the sharp end of my stick.
As you guys race past the fountain in the town center. As you guys race past the fountain in the town center. Okay, so guys, I need. Let's start from the top. For every 60 feet you move, I need somebody to roll me a D20. So, Rael, you go first.
All right. That is a 9.
A 9. Incredible. So, I'll say this. As you guys run between two of the houses, you make your way to the base of the hill, at which point I need to roll a D8. Oh my fucking god. Perfect.
That's an 8. That's an 8. To my right, it's not.
And then I need to roll a Sorry guys, all of the encounters are random in this particular chapter. So, Rael, as you're leading the charge, you run around between the gap in these two buildings. You make your way to the hill. You can see cowering behind the burning building here. You see a group of 3 townsfolk. You can see what appears to be 2 teenage boys, as well as an older woman. You see they sort of all look up towards you and go, Rael, what do we do? Where are we supposed to go?
We get into the keep. I can get us out of here. Trust me.
Incredible. At which point, as they join your party and you begin to run the rest of the distance up towards the keep, Vilka, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh boy.
Come on, Vilka.
It's a 7.
Oh my god.
Can emboldening bonds still work on
Yeah,
this?
emboldening bond's up for 10 minutes, so it's still currently
Yeah,
up.
let me roll them.
Work on the d20s.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
good for.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's
Okay,
only
cool.
a 1, so that's an 8 anyway.
Oh. Guys, don't zoom out. The map looks terrible.
It looks terrifying.
I've been looking at this map. It is
Oh, Lord.
mental. Oh boy.
Why?
as you all make your way to the top of the hill, you guys immediately look up and you can see a man dressed in jet black robes. You can see a collar of jagged iron, wicked dagger in one hand and a dirk in the other, a shorter sword. You can see he's flanked by 3 kobolds. You can see he takes the dagger in hand, twists it in place, licks, sort of breaks it across his tongue, turns to the other kobold. Serena and Quill, you understand in Draconic, slay the children first.
What the fuck?
At which point I need everybody to roll
Why?
initiative for me, please.
What did they say? What did they say?
The children down.
The children.
Kill the children. These fuckers. Oh.
Well, they're gonna die.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Why did I roll an 18? Why? Okay.
Love this music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vilka wants to look up to Rael.
Incredible.
it's
Kyra,
Oh boy.
initiative.
Yep.
What'd you get?
What?
18.
I'm gonna.
Sorry,
I
Kyra, what
got-
did you get on your initiative?
Me and Quill both got 18.
18. Vilka,
14.
Serena,
21.
Rael.
16.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Incredible.
Because I'm dumb.
Top of the round, Serena, you are first to act.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, don't let them get the children. What the fuck? And can I move not in squares but in lines? How do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So just give me an idea. Where do you want to move to?
Like, if it's possible for me to get in the cluster, so I'm like as close to 5 feet to everyone, can I be 5 feet from all those baddies?
Yeah, you
Is
absolutely
that
can.
5 feet? Okay, I'm just gonna radiance them up again. I'm just gonna cause you all suck. You deserve this, and I'm gonna.
Oh my
try
god, they
and,
all take it.
Yeah, everyone within 5 feet of my choice. So I'm gonna.
What's
be
your
in the
spell?
middle.
What is your spell save DC, Serena?
Unfortunately, only 14, but like statistically, some of them are gonna fail, right? So hopefully, if not, this was a waste. But
Okay, the cultist gets a +0 to con. Cultist gets a 3. The kobolds all get -1 to con. And we have a 5, a 7, and a 5. So they're all going to take the damage. Go ahead and roll that d6 for me.
6! Oh my god!
6. Oh my, that was huge.
Wow, I did not
Sadly-
expect that.
Good job.
Sadly, kobolds have 7 hit points. However, as you utter the word of radiance, you watch as this platinum pillar of light immediately erupts from underneath. You guys all watch as the kobold and the cultists all sort of stagger back in pain. Fuck! They all turn
This is what
towards
you
you,
get for
weapons
killing children.
drawn. Anything else from you, Serena?
I'm just gonna do a little fist pump for myself. Like,
And you see the cultist turn towards you. I'm gonna make a mask out of your skin, you girl.
I'd like to see you fucking try.
Incredible. Kyra, that's you.
Okay, I'm gonna move just a little bit. Not much, but over this way. And I'm going to hit, or try to hit this one with a fireball. Not a fireball,
ahead.
firebolt, sorry. 22.
22 hits, go ahead and roll damage. In fact, you don't even need to roll damage because he has 1 hit point left. So as you send the firebolt forward, it immediately impacts into the kobold. It sort of like
It's a
turns to
firebolt,
face
yeah.
you. As it strikes the side of its face, it is sent reeling, spins, and falls to the ground dead.
And under her
Anything
breath,
else? Go on.
under her breath, she'll just say in Draconic test.
Amazing. Quill, that's you.
Nice. Yeah, Quill's gonna match Kyra as well, and the kobold right at the bottom is gonna launch an Eldritch Blast straight at him. So
Go for it.
Cast. So it's 19 to hit and 9
19
points of
hits.
damage.
Incredible. And again, as the Eldritch Blaster chain streaks forward, you all hear strikes in, whips into the kobold, knocks him to the ground, dead. Anything else from you, Quill?
Yeah, Quill's going to move in front of Choth, just kind of getting out defensively. Not that he's got any weapons on him or anything, and he's not going to say anything actually. He'll end his turn here.
Cool. Rail, that's you. You do have a child in your hand, so your movement's halved.
Okay. I have a child in my hands, you say?
Yes, you're carrying one of the children. You can
Incredible.
put them down if you wish.
Nah. Nah, I'm just gonna walk up to this cultist.
Smack him!
And I'm gonna smack him.
Whack him!
I'm gonna whack him.
Smack him, then whack him!
With where's the D4? Because I'm gonna need that. 10. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. You see the little boy in your hand sort of like now faces towards you, just whispers in your ear, "Stab him in the eyes."
You got it, kid. And I immediately aim for the eyes, and that will be 14 points of slashing damage.
Incredible.
Oh my
and
God.
as you drive the blade through, it pierces immediately through the skull, the rage now seeping through your veins. The adrenaline sends it straight through the skull, and the cult says, slides down your blade to the floor, dead. Anything else from you, Rael?
Yeah, I'm gonna give the kid on my shoulder a little fist bump.
Incredible.
Aww.
Fist bumps you back. Vilka, that's you.
Okay.
You also have a child in your hands, so
Yeah,
you have
haven't
half
I?
movement.
Okay, I think I'm a little bit too far to get there.
Let me give you a child.
Take the child, take it.
Take her out for dinner first, man!
Yeah, I'm a little bit too far to get there. Let me see.
Can you throw something at it?
And that's what I was trying to think about, but I've got a child in my hands, so not
Throw the
much to go
child.
there.
Or you know,
No.
put the child
Yeah,
down
I'm
and
not
tell them to
going
go to
to do
Cairo.
that. Actually, yeah, I'll try throwing, since I've got one of my arm that is carrying the child, I'll try throwing my short sword at it.
Incredible. Go ahead and make me a ranged attack.
Okay, how do you want me to roll that?
So just add, are you proficient with ranged weapons? Add your dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
assume you're a
suppose.
barbarian, you're probably not proficient.
Nope.
See, I
Okay,
forget that you're a barbarian.
So that would be
16's going to hit though.
yeah,
Go ahead and roll
plus my
damage.
4 dexterity is definitely hitting.
Yep, go ahead and roll damage. So just your normal short sword damage, so I believe a d6. Plus
Yep.
whatever your dexterity modifier is.
Yep. So that's a 6 plus 4.
Incredible. So, as you guys are running, children in hand, now amassing a group of villagers around you who are fleeing towards the keep. You guys see this cultist stand up surrounded by kobolds without even breaking step. All of you run forward. Eldritch blasts are fired off, firebolts are fired off. Rail, you cave the skull in, and then you just throw the short sword, take out the last kobold, and run and make your way to the gates. You guys now stand at these large, imposing, banded wooden gates, sort of separating the keep from the path leading up towards it. You guys hear a voice from atop the parapets. It's villagers! Open the gates now! Okay, I need somebody to roll me one last d20, please.
Floof, do you want to do it?
Oh,
No.
Oh, all Serena,
do
all
it.
Serena.
so. Wait, who's doing it now?
I'll go ahead. I'm sorry in advance. Why?
Oh, wait, you did it? Oh, but I rolled a 15. Can we do mine?
No.
Incredible.
We rolled it at the same time.
As
Shit.
you guys begin, as
we
you guys
do it
begin to
together?
hear
Fire.
the creaking of the gates as they open slowly inwards into the main bulk of the keep, you guys begin to feel wind over your head. The flames are kicked up around you, and you hear the screech and roar of Lenithon overhead. You guys feel this impact of thunder as it lands immediately adjacent to you. One of the buildings at the bottom of the hill is ignited under the force. And I'm assuming as the gates open, you all run inside.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say to the corpses before I run, I'm not gonna give you spare the dying because you killed children. Think
Incredible.
about your life choices.
I
Now
also
I'm gonna
heard
follow
that.
with everyone
That
else.
speaks draconic.
As you guys enter into the courtyard. Absolutely amazing. You can see that in the main courtyard of Greenest Keep, the ground is torn and scorched. You can see pits of blackened craters where Lenithon's lightning has struck. Towards the northeast, you can see what appears to be a simple stable, in front of which you guys can see what was once most likely a beloved vegetable garden. A modest patch of earth brimming with the remains of carrots, radishes, and proud cucumbers. Now a smouldering ruin. The wooden fence has been blasted apart and the soil has been churned to mud and ash. You can see half-burnt stalks stretching from the earth like broken fingers. The air reeks of sulfur and scorched greenery. You can see set up inside the main courtyard of the keep, makeshift barricades of crates and barrels and overturned wagon are strewn around, forming desperate lines of defense should the gates be breached. You can see town guards and able-bodied villagers huddling behind inside the stables all around the keep, at the center of which you can see hiding in the northernmost stable rail what appears to be a small halfling figure cowering. You can hear deep sobs. And you can all watch as a dwarven figure sprints over towards you. You can see he's wearing what appears to be old and rusted plate mail armor, fiery red beard, hair pulled into a tight ponytail behind him. You can see he sort of runs up rail. You would recognize this as Castellan the Red, the chamberlain and head of the city's emergency defense unit. You see he sort of approaches you, Rail, and goes, "Rail, you made it. Incredible."
We have a few survivors too.
Right, all of you, get into the keep immediately. Anyone who needs medical attention, you'll be seen to there. Get down to the guards barrack now. Rail, you see Castellan sort of looks around the rest of you. Are these people able-bodied?
And to be trusted. Let's get this done.
Good. All of you, get up to the parapets immediately. Meet with Governor Nighthill. We've got emergency targets. The town will fall if we don't protect the people and the emergency resources. Right? Post haste, go!
Can I ask him, are there any wounded that need tending to? I have some...
Don't worry, we've got medics in the basement. If you are able-bodied and you can fight, we need you up on the parapets right now.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Incredible. And you see he sprints back and begins to turn towards Cuff and the children, taking the children from your hands and sprinting them over towards the main keep itself.
Okay.
What would you all like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna head up to the
To
parapet.
the governor.
Good, no.
I would lean
In-
towards Quill and go, "The storm is lost already. What do you want to do?"
I think we're surrounded. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I was just
Hey,
thinking
go ahead,
to
buddy.
myself out loud. Just thinking.
Quell's going to respond. He says, "I think the town's surrounded," and looks over at the large dragon and says, "I say we help out to defend it, and if possible, make a break for it. We need to get out of here alive."
Did I overhear this?
I agree.
Are you making an effort to obscure this conversation, Quill?
Quell's not going to, but he figures all the chaos around means he probably wouldn't have to.
Cool. Roll a perception check for me, Rail. Let's just see if your ears are tuned.
Let's see how tuned they are. Perception, perception, perception. 14.
Incredible. I'll say that you catch the murmur of dissident in the ranks. You don't really pay any attention to it as you sprint up, and you all see standing at the top of the parapet over the gates themselves what appears to be a man in his late 40s to early 30s. Late 40s to early 50s. You can see dark jet black hair pulled into a tight ponytail. You can see an iron helmet over the top of it now. Smattering of grey in a beard sort of coming down to a sharp point. You can see that he's wearing a simple chain shirt over what appears to be rather noble sort of cerulean blue robes. You see he looks over towards you, Rail. You would recognize this as Governor Nighthill.
Looks like we're in some trouble. Hey, Governor.
Indeed we are. Listen, we're in more trouble than you think, Rail. Greenest Keep has never fallen to a siege. Granted, it's never been under siege before. However, I am somewhat confident as long as the dragon doesn't directly attack the walls, the keep won't fall. However, we have serious pressing issues. Look over there, my boy. And you see he points towards the west of the village. Rail, and you can see the town mill at the edge of the stream. You can see what appears to be the sparks of fire beginning to burn around it, and a large conglomerate of what appears to be 10 kobolds and cultists beginning to attempt to alight the mill on fire. If the mill falls, the town will fall. That's our food store for the winter. We have no chance of surviving past today if the mill is burned. And you see at this point, one of the guards sort of like shouts over, Governor Nighthill! They're attacking the temple! There's children and people hidden inside! And you see at this point, your attention is pulled over towards the west, towards the east of the town. You can see the temple to Chauntea, the large stone wall surrounding it. The gates have been breached. The temple itself has not yet been breached. The bell is sounding out over the village proper, warning that there are people inside. There's 20 children in there, and 8 villagers sheltering in there. Governor Nighthill, we have to send people out there to save them. I can't spare the resources. If the mill falls, there's no point as any of us surviving tonight. Rail, I need your help. Can you take your friends and can you help us?
How many do I roughly see over the mill in comparison to the temple? Or are they roughly about the same
check
numbers?
for me. Anyone else who was also looking out, feel free to do so also.
Alright, that is a dirty 20.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Incredible.
1.
So,
I want to know exactly how many, how tall they are, how old they are, what class
Well,
they are. I rolled
Just
a natural
social
20.
security numbers and stuff.
as you're standing atop the battlements, staring over at Greenest, looking for any possibility of escape, you see none. Rail and Serena, as your attention is immediately diverted towards the temple to Chauntea, you can see inside the walls already there appears to be a selection of at least 20 kobolds and cultists. Also, you can hear the slow and steady pounds of a battering ram from the distance as it appears as though they're attempting to breach the doors of the temple. Towards the mill, Rail, to answer your question, it appears as though there's somewhere around 10 cultists who are attempting to start a fire to burn down the mill. What would you all like to do?
Governor, how many men do you have spare to go outside the keep currently?
10 at best, and some of them are already wounded.
Okay, guys, what do you think? What is your go-to? Do you want to defend the people?
We have to save the children.
I mean-
like, it doesn't matter if we have food if there are no people to eat it.
The children are going to die of starvation if we don't stop the burning of the mill.
Right, this is what we're going to
If we live
do.
through tonight, if we all die later.
This is what we're going to do.
We have to save the children.
There is no
Regardless,
point
it's a-
in saving the grain if there is no one to eat it.
Under the keep.
It's a shit situation.
Right. Governor, under the keep, there is a secret...
There's no other way.
There is a secret way to get out of the keep. They won't be able to see us this way. What I want you to do is I want you to send a squadron behind me. Send them to the mill. Let them deal with the mill. All of us, we're going to go and save the children.
Okay. If you're sure. And you see sort of running up from the rightmost side of the parapets, you see the sort of like dirty blonde hair now blackened with ash. Rail. You see Sienna quickly flanked on her left by the dwarven form of Otis. You see Sienna sort of like runs up towards you, Rael, and says, I can lead the other battalion. Did you see Clark? Is he alive?
No.
Shit.
Sorry.
Otis, rally all able-bodied men. We'll defend the mill. Go to the temple, Rail.
Okay. Right, I'm going to need everyone to follow me if that's okay. I'm so sorry, but I need to show you where to go.
It's fine.
That's what we're here for.
Right, I'm going to grab everyone, every single able body that I can, and I'm going to head... Well, you know exactly where I'm heading, Cade.
Absolutely. I'll say as you all enter into the keep, you can see that was probably once a grand dining hall has been outfitted to a makeshift refugee camp. You guys can see that there are around 40 villagers who are sort of like posted up. Some people are laid on a bed, heavily wounded, being seen to by what looks like a cleric of some description, most likely the cleric of Shantea, if you had to assume, as well as what appears to be simple medics attempting to patch people's wounds in place. As you guys run past Rail, I'll say that you burst through the double doors at the end of the keep. You run down a spiral staircase, and you guys enter the underneath of Greenest Keep. Beneath the crumbling stone, you can see these underground barracks carved into bedrock. This sort of low-ceilinged, narrowed, and dim sort of set of guard barracks. You can hear above the sort of like rumblings of the siege going on. You can see the iron frame bunks, once sort of like tightly made and orderly, now tossed and bloodied, repurposed as stretchers in some situations, or even barricades in others. You can see half-dressed guards are frantically trying to pull on chainmail or tighten leather straps, some have like trembling hands, others sort of moving with this grim resolve, immediately running up to join Otis and Sienna. In the far corner, Rail, you see the bookcase.
I immediately go up to the bookcase. Normally I would take my time to slide it over. This time I'm going to grab it and I'm just going to yank it as hard as I can and just throw it out the way.
And I'll say that the sort of old, rotted bookcase collapses under the impact as you throw it to the side, behind which you all see a roughly carved tunnel. Very, very small. You'll all have to crouch to even enter it.
This will get us outside the keep without having to go through the main gate, so we don't cause any violation of the defences. As soon as we get out there, we're going straight shots in either direction. We're going to go Team A, we're going to head up to the temple. We're going to save the children. Team B, go and save the mill.
Incredible. At this point, you hear the sounds of rushing footsteps. You see as two guards enter into the room behind. You can see they shout over towards Sienna. Captain Sienna, they've breached the sally port. They're entering into the keep. Fine, Rail, go, temple, now. We'll deal with the sally port.
Right, everyone ready?
Incredible. So, at this point, guys, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break because I would like everybody to level themselves up to level 2.
Ooh.
Yay!
And welcome back. So, our party, as you enter into the low-ceiling tunnel, all of you crouching to even get into the main bulk of it, it is very old. You can see these thick cobwebs and this very faint dripping just constantly. You can hear the echoes and the rumblings of battle and the siege above. Who's taking the lead as you're making your way through this tunnel?
Rail.
Yeah, it will probably be me.
I nominate you.
So this is a single file tunnel, guys. What's the marching order? So we've got Rail up front. Who's behind Rail?
I think I'd be at the back.
Cool. Vilka in the back.
Kara's somewhere in the middle.
I'm eager to go, so I'll go second.
Cool. So we'll say Vilka, Quill, Kyra, Serena, Rail. So, as you make your way
is
through the
something
tunnel,
coming from the back?
give me 1 second.
Don't do that to me. In the tunnel of despair.
Rail, as you make your way through the tunnel gently slopes. Every 10 feet, you have to jump down another sort of like 3-foot high dip. As you make your way further and further and further down underground. As you move along, sounds become less apparent above you. An eerie silence for a brief second. And eventually, as you crest and make your way towards the end of the tunnel, Rail, you're the first to see a large 15-foot ladder against the wall.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is, I've been down here a few times before. I know that the ladder is a little bit rickety, but I am just going to double check it before I go up it. See how many people it will carry.
Roll
at
an
once.
investigation check for me, please.
Cool.
Someone vanished.
Investigation. It's a 10.
10.
A 10.
Incredible. The ladder looks fairly sturdy. It's old. It's sort of moldy. Should be okay though.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and I'm going to climb the ladder first. Everyone, if you can just stay behind me for a sec. I just want to make sure that, you know, we're not going to all end toppling down.
Understood.
Incredible. And Rail, as you make your way up the ladder, you find yourself on the perch 15 feet up. And you see in front of you the sort of grated iron gate. It's at this point you realize that you've been down here a few times, but you've never had to open the gate before, and your eyes move towards the large padlock which is currently sealing it.
Right, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get my 50 feet hempen rope and I'm going to tie a really nice knot against that storm drain to make it then go down and throw it with the ladder so people have more support when they're climbing up.
Cool. Easy enough.
Then I'm going to start twatting the padlock.
Cool, go ahead and make an attack. Now, tell me this. Are you just wailing on the padlock, or are you attempting to sort of like make heavy impact, but quietly?
It will be making heavy impact, but quietly. Oh no, I've still got my lockpicks.
You gonna try and lockpick it?
I have Thieves' Tools if you want, and I'm proficient with it.
I'll lean over. Hey, Vilka! Come on.
Vilka, you have to sidle your way forward. It's extremely difficult to get past everyone in the tight tunnel, but you eventually make your way up the ladder with the help of the rope and find yourself in front of this sort of like heavy storm drain.
And I'll just point
and
at the lock.
Go ahead and make me a Thieves' Tool check, please.
And if it's okay, because I haven't used it yet, while this is happening, I'm going to go ahead and use my Arcane Recovery to recover a spell slot.
Incredible.
Also, before I'm gonna guidance.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll say as you're going past, you sort of smack Vilk on the shoulder, hit with the guidance. Hit with the guidance.
Even better. Okay, let me see. Okay. Where would that appear actually on D&D Beyond?
You'll be making a sleight of hand check.
It's a sleight of hand check.
That's what I was thinking.
If you're proficient with them.
Since we're using these rules anyway. That's a 23.
23 will do it. I'll say that the lock is very old, which normally would make it harder, but it's very easy to just slip it under and just pop out the last sort of like knob, and the padlock falls down into your hands.
I pick it up and I put it in Rail's hands.
I just look at it and I'm like, thanks, and I put it on the floor.
So, you guys are now in front of this large storm drain. Rail and Vilka, you can both see this heavy, thick underbrush which has grown around the storm drain, obscuring the main entrance. You can't see particularly well out of it. You could just barely see the bank of the stream. What would you both like to do?
I'm gonna lean over and I'm gonna say to the guys, we're gonna have a quick look, but start making your way up one by one. Let's be quiet. We don't know what's out there.
Okay.
And so stealthily, I will carry on through the brush, and I'm going to take a good look around, probably with Vilka as well. I'm guessing you're going to do the same.
Are you doing
Oh,
so
yeah,
stealthily? Are
definitely.
you doing so stealthily?
Absolutely.
Vilka and Rail, roll me a stealth check.
Mine is with disadvantage, so that was probably not the smartest idea in the bird. Okay, okay.
Can I guidance him too?
I'm following you, God boy.
Or is he
I'm gonna say
already-
you can't. I'm gonna say he's way above you, so I know you probably can't hit him as you go as he's about to do this.
Can't like shoot it on him, like throw
No.
a mace of guidance on him, just like clock him in the head.
Why did I have to have
Guidance.
disadvantage?
What's your roll?
So with disadvantage, it's a 19, but I rolled a nat 20 and a 15, so I'm really sad that that nat 20's gone to waste.
Sad times. Vilka, what about you?
21.
My babies.
As the two of you pair out, both of you now make me perception checks, please.
16.
Natural 20. which
Oh
makes
my
it 24.
god!
Yeah.
So, on a natural 20, Vilka, I'll say, probably about 30 feet ahead on the bank of the stream, you begin to hear a hushed conversation.
Oh god.
Low conspiratorial and rough of anticipation. There's the crack of twigs, the shuffle of boots, and the clink of steel against armor. You can see a handful of cultists barely visible through the underbrush, crouching around a crude map sprawled across a piece of parchment. You see one of them turns to the other. The lightning's got 'em pinned in the keep. We'll wait until night proper. Then we'll torch the grain stores. No food, no surrender. What about everybody in the temple? Orders are orders, aren't they? Even the kids. Orders are orders. Now, we need to be quick. Once night falls, I would hasten to bet that Lenithon won't stick around too long. He's already started scrapping with Langdorosa. So we should be efficient in our movements. You then see what appears to be this large, scaly, almost draconic-looking creature, but slightly smaller. You can see these two sort of like front arm-like wings that move forward. There's toothy maw.
Ooh, that's a
Hush, hush, hush. It's a drake.
Damn
you
it.
see one of the cultists sort of like pats it and rubs its head. Listen, you filthy lizard men. Go and take a scout of the area. Make sure there's no lingering farmhands or anything like that. You see that they all sort of like rumble, speak under their breath to each other, and begin to make their way southward. Dreshti, fly over to the mill. Make sure no villagers decide it's a good idea to attempt a coup of any kind. If you see them, kill them. You see the drake begins to trudge its way over the stream towards the mill. And what are we gonna do? Well, I say we head towards the temple. I could probably use a few extra hands there. I hear there's quite a few people held up in there, so let's go. And you see they begin to set out towards the temple at the east of town.
As they're heading out, I'm just gonna nod to Vilka, and I grab my sword and I just go, "Do you want to? Do you want to?"
We should stop them from enforcing the ones at the temple.
All right, we're gonna. Where exactly are they going, and where are we right now?
So, you guys are literally like, I'll say you're like at the head of the storm drain here, just sort of like peeking out through the underbrush.
Yep.
They're heading in this direction.
As soon as they get to about there, I think we're gonna come and blindside them and smack them from behind.
Cool. Both of you make attacks with advantage.
Come on, Vilka, please make this a nat 20.
Okay, that's 16 for me.
22 for me.
16 hits, 22 hits. Both of you roll damage.
Let's do it.
Can we hear any of this scuffle now that they've started attacking?
As you guys are climbing the ladder, you probably see the two of them sort of like dart out, swords drawn.
Whoops.
Okay.
11, 14. Cool.
That's 9 for me.
9 points of damage. Incredible. They have 9 hit points. And I'll say, as you sort of like charge forward, how do you want to take these guys out?
What do you say we put our hands over their mouth and just...
As quietly as possible.
Incredible. They sort of like fall forward, and I'll say you gently guide their bodies down into the brush. At which point, as this is happening, I'll say the 3 of you emerge from the storm drain to see them just lowering the bodies of the cultists down.
Ooh. What happened
Fuck's
here?
sake, you guys work quick.
What happened here?
Well, enemies of the town need to die.
I believe their plan is to destroy the mill and then attack the keep.
And it looks like they're again going after the temple as well.
Indeed.
Is everyone still happy with the idea of the plan? We go and hit the temple and the rest hits the mill?
Yes.
We gotta follow our priorities. Let's do it.
Alright, we're still on it then. We'll relay the information to B team about the Drake heading to the mill.
Yeah.
And then I guess we're going to go separate ways with that team, and then our group is going to head towards the temple as probably as stealthy as possible.
Rusty has already
Incredible.
left, right?
Yeah, so they headed towards the Sally Port. So go ahead and roll me a group stealth check, please, guys.
Please. Yay, 16.
14.
Mine's with disadvantage. Okay. Okay.
Rail.
9.
11.
Joker.
11.
Quill.
16.
16. Cool. As you all begin to make your way through the brush, you pass by the bodies of the cultists. And as you're making your way through the forest, a few things catch your attention. It's quieter this side of town. You can see around the stream, seems like the farm, sort of like the farmland towards the south of the town, hasn't been hit by the raiders yet. You're not sure if it will, you're not sure if the plan is to make their way out, but it seems as though this particular area is fairly quiet. As you skirt through, you walk through the stream. It's only about a foot deep, it's very shallow. Make your way over, you pass through the farmland. You can see that one of the fences appears to have broken, and you can see that dotted around the forest now, there are some stray sheep and pigs and cows who have just sort of like wandered out from the broken fence into the sort of like stream and the general underbrush. So you guys make your way over towards the temple. Rail leading the way. I'll say that you know it fairly well at this point. We're gonna cut over to the inside. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't. I was gonna say it before, but this story progressed. But would it be possible to just quickly check the bodies of the cultists if they have any like orders or anything like that's related to their culty mission?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Oh no.
You little
15.
litter.
16. So, on both of their person, you find a simple set of black robes with iron implements. You find two wickedly sort of like curved. You find two wickedly curved daggers. You search through, no apparent orders or anything in particular, but you do find what appears to be a selection of money. You find 16 silver pieces.
Money! I love money! Okay,
That's
but nothing
all
that
make-
indicates what their mission is or anything like that. Okay, so wickedly curved daggers.
Cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
write that
wickedly
in.
curved. So just that. Cool.
Wickedly curved. Can I take
Meanwhile-
them or are they heavy?
Yeah. Oh no, you can absolutely take them. Yeah.
Loot.
2 seconds. While I switch over.
I'll pass the stuff to Rail. I'll be like, I mean, it's nothing really, but these are the people ruining your town, so I feel like I have nothing to do with this, but it should go to you at the very least. Also, I don't know how to use a dagger, so. But,
Thank you. And
so you have wickedly curved daggers and 16 silver. I'm generous like that.
the 16 silver. Did you give me like another coin pouch or?
I mean, they're just loose, or are they in a? I mean, if the money was
Pocket
in a little
change.
satchel, I'll
There's a pocket
pass
change.
the satchel.
Pocket change.
Alright, I'll just put it into my little money
Okay.
purse, but I'll know it's in there because I'm going to give it to the town to help. Like any money that we find, I'm going to give back to the town to rebuild.
Cool.
Those 16
Meanwhile-
silvers are gonna build a fat ass wall.
We find ourselves inside the weathered temple of Shantea. Rising like a weathered sentinel at the eastern edge of Greenest, its once tranquil presence now shadowed by the chaos of the siege. Built of sun-warmed sandstone and timber, the temple's sloping roof is capped with a modest wooden steeple, topped by a carved sheet of wheat, the symbol of the Earth Mother, Shantea, now blackened by soot and scorched by a distant lightning strike. Low stone walls encircle the temple grounds, forming a crescent-shaped courtyard, once used for prayers and planting. The outer wall is now cracked in places, scorched and pockmarked with arrows and scorch marks. Wild growth and trampled herb beds are pressed against the foundations, and the scent of crushed lavender, smoke, and blood lingers in the air. Inside the temple,
Here we go.
we see a sanctuary turned stronghold, a place of peace now braced against violence. A dim golden light as lanterns placed with trembling hands along the stone walls cast soft halos against the interior, the air thick with the scent of incense and sweat, mingling scents of crushed herbs and fear clinging to the wooden rafters above. The temple is small and humble by design. Its floors are laid with smooth river stones, now scattered with muddy footprints. Rows of simple wooden pews have been shoved aside or overturned, forming makeshift barricades and sleeping spaces. You can see families huddled in the corner, mothers clutching crying children, elders whispering prayers, and bloody townfolk resting where they can. Inside, there are around 30 townspeople. You can see a few of them are being bandaged by volunteers who a few days ago were but farmers. At the far end, the altar to Chauntea remains untouched, a low stone slab wrapped in a faded cloth, surrounded by offerings of dried wheat seeds and clay jars of last season's harvest wine. A small hand-carved statue of Chauntea presides over it, her face worn smooth by generations of loving touch, and a wreath of fresh flowers still crowning her head, untouched by the chaos. We can see coloured glass windows depicting scenes of sowing, rain, and sunlight, now flickering with firelight and shadows, those that can be seen against the pews which are pressed against it. We see several villagers, the more able-bodied, all attempting to barricade the stained glass windows so they cannot be purged. We see two, a dwarven and a human individual, at the gates, at the sort of doors of the temple, currently fighting against, and the sound of a battering ram at the door against it. And in the center of the room, leading the defense, we see an interesting figure. Nebulon, would you like to describe your character?
Yes, I would. So, standing at the church, you see he's almost like coordinating the defense. You see a rather tall, skinny, a light pastel purple skinned individual. Sort of wild, unkept kind of shoulder length hair. It's sort of slicked back almost in a rushed attempt to do so. You see that the back or the sort of bottom end of his hair is like a lilac-y kind of purple. As you sort of see him turn around, he sees a few of the children crying. He goes over, he approaches and says, "Hey, I told you, we've got this. We're going to be absolutely fine. You two, are you doing okay?" He sort of rushes over to the two at the defense, and he pulls out his strange-looking star staff. It's weird. At this point now, you get a better look of his outfit, and you see what looks to be almost like Jedi-like robes, sort of like tucked among themselves, but they are twinkling with strange sparkles all across the sides, almost like starlight, if you can imagine it, but not glowing. You see him pull out what looks like a very strange, about yay-high kind of like staff. He sort of twists it, and it extends out, at which point then he sort of sticks it through a part of the door to sort of reinforce this, and he then begins to hold as well.
Nebulon, I don't know how much longer these doors are going to hold. If we don't get any aid from the outside, it might be done.
My friend, you're not an optimist, are you? We're going to be fine. Trust me. I think we can make this one. Just hold out a little longer. I feel as if we've got something approaching. I'm gonna sort of continue trying to hold out as long as I can.
Well, if it's coming, it needs to come soon! Oh! And you see the doors are now being battered against the force of the impounding battering ram.
Would I be able to assume the doors won't last much longer at all?
I would say this. Roll me, let's call this either perception or investigation. I'll let you choose.
I'll go perception on this one. Let's get my skills up. Oh, not bad. That is a 19 altogether.
You sort of look at the doors. They haven't begun to splinter on the inside yet, but you can see in the brief gap that is carved every time the battering ram makes impact, it's beginning to break from the outside. At best, you've got maybe 10 minutes before the door is compromised.
Okay. At which point I'm gonna sort of say, everyone, gather round. I'll then sort of I'll nod to the other two. Can you two hold the door?
We'll try.
You got this, right? Gather round. I'll sort of gather all the villagers round, sort of near where the altar is.
What can we do? What can we do? They're going to get inside. There's so many of them out there.
I know. Listen to me. All we can do right now is prepare for the worst, and I promise you something will intervene. I don't know how, but I sense it. For now, look at all of the. I'll sort of point to all of the kind of like the seats. I suppose is it kind of like that mini benches where people can sort of.
Yeah. It's like the church bed. Yeah, it's the church pews.
Perfect. I need every child and everyone who is unable to fight. Get behind those benches. We need full cover. If those doors go, they're going to fire arrows in here. We've seen what they can do. Get
of course.
behind cover.
We'll get to cover. We'll get to cover. Should we take them in the back room? The back room should be. It doesn't seem like there's too many of them towards the back. There isn't a way out, but we can reinforce. We can barricade ourselves in.
Right, get them that way. Everyone who is able-bodied, it's behind those seats that will act as cover. Does anyone else? Let's gather what weapons we have. Do we have any ranged attacks? Anything that we could
Go
fire
ahead
at
and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a d20. Pure luck check.
Pure luck check is an 11.
An 11. You amass what appears to be 6 short swords, in addition to 3 simple crossbows.
Right. I'll give the 3 crossbows, or I'll distribute them across the 3 who are the most looking injured, and I'll position them towards the far back. I'll sort of remember some of my Astroni kind of training, and I'll think to myself, I'm not the one for military tactics. I'm not the best at this, but you are the least able to fight. No offense, but I need you at the back firing on anything getting through that breach. I don't know any of your names yet. I've only just arrived here, but of course, you know me as Nebulon, so I think you're going to put your trust in me, right?
Of course.
Anyone who is able to fight hand to hand or anything, I need you at the front with me. Do not worry, I will not abandon you.
Okay, you see that the 2 guys who were holding the doors both take a short sword, and the 3 villagers behind you all take one. 3 of the more injured ones move towards the back and so like keep the crossbows loaded, and the rest of the villagers make their way towards the back room and barricade themselves inside. And again, you hear the rhythmic pounding.
Right. Fuck, shouldn't be doing this. Just before they're about to close the door, I sort of like draw out the star staff, and I'm going to sort of take out the small purple crystal from the side and sort of put it back in the little compartment around my neck. and I sort of hold, give, in fact, I'll give it to one of the children that looks quite visibly upset. Take this, it's a lot lighter than it looks. I sort of hand him over the staff and say, now, put that between the door, and that will at least hold them back for a lot longer, and I'm sure with you there, you'll be able to stop them, right?
You see this little half-elven boy, tears in his eyes, face red with this sort of like strawberry blonde hair, looks up towards you, eyes gleaming, and nods. I'll do it, of course.
I'll pat him in the back with a guidance just for visual.
Cool.
As he does a little bit of starlight sort of, like almost like grows around his shoulder for a second. I say, good luck.